A blessed Sunday to everybody. I'm Father Ramon Ofredo, who will share to you my reflection on the topic, doing mission in the church in today's postmodern age. To start with, allow me to read a passage from the Gospel of St. Matthew, chapter 28, 16 and following. Jesus drew near and said to them, I have been given the authority in heaven and earth. Go to all peoples everywhere and make them my disciples, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, and teach them to obey everything I have commanded you. And I will be with you always to the end of time. The Gospel of the Lord. When I enrolled myself at the University of Santo Tomas for a particular course that I want to take, I chose the area of missiology because I got attracted to missionaries doing mission for the church and in the church. But I did not realize after graduating from missiology that doing mission in the church in today's postmodern age is not an easy thing. There are many difficult challenges that we shall be confronting to be able to bring out the good news of salvation, to bring people back to God. So although we say the mission challenges in the church today, it's not simply changing the message. So never changing message, but the problem is changing the way we do mission. So not the content of the Bible, but the tools or the method we use in bringing the people back to God or bringing out the faith to the people who have not yet believed. But my talk this Sunday is about doing mission in the church, in the urban setting. Because the Gospel of St. Matthew made it clear, go back to the lost sheep of Israel. So that's why the challenges is to do mission in the area of urban setting where the people are already Christianized and people are already Catholic. So to be able to understand this, the world modern age and the world postmodern age should be clear in the minds of the people. Most people do not know that we no longer live in the modern age because until 1990s, the 28th century, which is the age we call modern age, has ended. And by 1991, we gave birth to what we call today postmodern age or postmodernism in the 21st century. So you may be wondering, especially those who are not keen in observing, what is the difference between modern age and postmodern age? We usually say, I'm a modern person. I live according to modernity that the environment today is offering me. Allow me to present to you some basic differences between modern age and postmodern age. For example, in the modern age, we talk about electronics. That's why we say that modern age is the age of electronic. Everything becomes electric guitar, electric iron, everything becomes electric. Second, the way we describe things, we use the word super. That's why during the modern age we say super ferry, supermarket, super cut, superstar. And then we talk about subdivision from an individual building of a house to building a house in a setting we call subdivision. Then we talk about home address, Student would say, I will do research. Everything is wired. Then we talk about TV stations or radio station. The word limited is common. We send telegram, and then we say 3D. And the way to connect to friends, we call it pen pal. These are the words of the modern age. But when we talk about postmodern age, there is a kind of transition not only in language, but a big difference in an environmental setting of the urban kind of living. For example, from electric today, when you buy appliances, you say, do you have digital appliances? When we describe people or structure, we say megastructure or megastar, or else at a shop at mega mall. So we no longer talk about subdivision. In the postmodern age, we talk about condominium. So you may be surprised why so many condominiums that are being built today, because that is the culture of the postmodernism. And then we say, no longer, what is your home address? We say today, what is your email address? We do not just say research. Today, students will say, I would like to surf the internet. Then, from wired, it becomes wireless. From station to website. From limited to unlimited. From telegram to texting. From 3D to 3G. From pen pal to Friendster, Facebook, and Twitter. Could you imagine the kind of environmental setting we are today? That's why the way we do mission in the urban setting should have a new kind of method. The church used the word new evangelization. And so today it is indeed common to hear the word online, MP3, MP4, surfing compatible, mobile phones, email, and all the rest. These are the words of the postmodern age. So nevertheless, in the postmodern age, we say knowledge and power. But today, let us remember that information is power. That's why Pope Benedict XVI, during the World Communication Sunday, he made it clear that although today we have all the access to information, but we have to be careful that the information that we get enlighten us, correct us, and teach us the orthodox teaching of the church. So because of this digital culture, the world has become so small that we simply call the world today as a global village. So in other words, how to do mission in a global village. So what is a global village then? And how do we describe it today as a way of understanding of doing mission, or we call in a parish setting, mission apostolate. In a global setting, we say that time is so important. Second, the speed is so important, and space is so significant. So why time is so significant in the postmodern age? Because today we no longer measure the distance in terms of kilometers or miles. Today we say, how many minutes is my place to your place? How many hours is our traveling time? Which is not the word in the modern age. So today you don't say, how much money do I earn? But how much money do I make? By minutes, by hours, or by day? So today we do not plan only for 10 years. When we talk about globally, we plan things 100 or 500 years. Space. Why condominium has become the most important icon in today's postmodernism. because the culture of the people today, we need a place is spacious enough for multitasking. And then everything should be reachable and manageable. And then we talk about speed. So the faster, the better. That's why we have instant meal, fast food, prefabricated building, trimester, moduline, through online informatics. So could you imagine how important is time, space, and speed in the context of the post-modern age? That's why quality should be the strongest, the highest, high definition, high fidelity, highest bidder, highest position, and the most beautiful. Could you imagine if this is the setting for us to evangelize? How prepared is the church today to go through this high level of lifestyle, the kind of mentality that the people have today, and the way we use the language that will fit into their mindset. And so this is my introduction for the way we prepare ourselves for doing our mission apostolate. So, dear brothers and sisters, let's pause for a while for a few minutes break.